Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How are we getting on? Welcome back to Through the Keyhole. This is a series where we take a look at a few player camps, get a few ideas and a little bit of inspiration for our own builds. And we've got 4 very, very cool camps to take a look around today. So, let's jump in. Okay then, so as usual before we get started, these will not be my camps with the exception of this one here. These are camps that I found in and around Fallout 76 I thought were cool, I thought we should show off. And if you guys would like to appear in a future episode, do head on over to the channel's community page. You can find all the details there, so you can send in your camps if you would like to. Should have another episode of that up in the early part of next year, so look forward to seeing what you guys have got for me. And on that note, let's jump in and take a little look around these camps. Okay then, so camp number 1, we're up in the Savage Divide here, and this is one I found a little while ago. It's quite cool though, just a few little interesting bits and pieces. Building out over a little pond here. Quite a nice view out from the front here, nice kind of semicircle design, which makes for a nice sort of front aspect to a camp, which is always cool. Got a shelter tucked up on the hillside there, and sort of swing out into the main thing. I like the use of the street lamps in this one. A lot of the time I find these street lamps are either overbearing or otherwise just don't quite work with the vibe of the camp. But for this one, they sort of illuminate the area quite nicely and they're not too much for the space, which is really, really cool. We've got a few separate structures here. Nice little courtyard in the middle. A little bit of the old flickering going on there that I assume is from these porch pieces being clipped through. I'm guessing that's the concrete farmable tiles, but I'm not entirely sure. I think that's probably what's happened here. They could be swapped out, but the flickering makes me think they're probably clipped through, so there's doubled up there. Not sure about having a roof over your crops, but it does look different, so that's always quite cool. I do like the idea of having the porches down the side there as a separate kind of structure, which is quite cool. They're blending quite nicely with that picket fence as well. So, up in the corner we have the Brotherhood of Steel field station, which is a nice little crafting space. Fairly simple in here, but all the workbenches tucked in neat and tidy. Nice Brotherhood of Steel stash box there as well. And everything you need to keep yourself equipped. That's symptomatic tucked in the corner there out the way. Take a little swing past. Next up we have a red rocket, and yeah, this one's obviously been sort of dropped in and then had the floor snapped into it out the front here, and it works quite nicely. It allows you to get really nice up and close to the prefab. Really like the use of the jail walls there, which I think will be snapped onto the foundations in front here where they clip through. But it makes for a really different vibe to this sort of place as a kind of player home. Clearly this person has been spending a lot of time on the PTS, which is very, very cool. Definitely like to see that. Lots of PTS pennants up there. A lot of season scoreboards as well as very much a gamey style living space. It's a different sort of use for the Red Rocket Station as well, which often you see it used as a crafting room, something like that. Something I've done on numerous occasions as well. But it's good to see it used for something a little different this way around as well. It's cool. I really like seeing those jail walls across the front. They're very cool. Something very different. So, CD shed tucked in the corner. Clearly this one had a bit more difficulty getting in the gap there. Unfortunately it's a little on the wide side for the spot. Not much going on in here, just a power armor station and an ammo crafting station. We will head on round to a really interesting little shop here that's kind of nice, particularly on a nice sunny day like this. It really lets the light in and looks very cool. I love the decoration around that central bonfire and stuff as well. It's very welcoming, very nice looking vibe. So we come on into the little shop area here. Got the red Slakeham's Joe floor on the go there and the red rocket vending machines. Looking nice. Yeah, really nice with all the bright natural lights in here, for want of a better word, given that we're using a video game here. But yeah, it looks really cool. A nice sort of sunny, clear weather light looks really good in here. And a nice little bit of decoration here and there as well, just to dress the place up. We will swing back around. A little look at that little planting area again. Just to say, I really like the use of the porches there down the front edge. It looks cool. We've got the fetch collector on there and a few other bits and pieces as well. Make a nice sort of open plan camp. This one has got a couple of shelters in there, but there's sort of a work in progress, I think, at the time I captured this one, so we'll let that one go for now and move on to Camp 2. And we are down in the mire, so we're right up in the northwest corner of it by the lake there, actually. And this particular camp uses some of the new stuff really, really well. We've got the Wildwood Den at the back there, and the sort of rickety bridge thing that I can't remember the name of, but was in the same bundle, just on the right here. And they're used really well. They blend nicely into the environment and the lighting in the mire, which is really cool. Lots of sort of narrow spaces and lots of decoration on this one, which looks really, really good. Really, really busy camp. I like it a lot. A little vending machine tucked there. Squeeze on by. Lots of detail as well on the side. Nice and easy access to the water purifiers there as well. All the crafting benches we're going to have a look at around the back here. Loving the mixed materials to create the fences here. We've got the chain link and we've got the encampment fences. It really gives that kind of rustic vibe. And the use of the kind of damaged wood that the encampment fences have, as well as the rusty chain link as well, really give it a suitable vibe for the mire. It's pretty awesome to see how well these work in this place. Loads and loads of bits of detail around here, extra bits of decoration and stuff. It's really cool. I'm very jealous of the radiation barrels. Little swing around and have a look inside of the Wildwood Den. We've got the seedy shed door on here, which I'm guessing is just there because it looks a bit more attractive than the one that comes with it, with the prefab rather, so we can kind of understand that. So we've got a whole bunch of crafting benches in here, as well as a living space, and a really nice use of the space. It does make it feel smaller, but you can get around everything. A nice little bit of glitching there to merge the sink and the cooking station into the unit there, which looks cool. So I like that central island around the... which one is that one? That's a fermenting station, which looks really cool. Again, doubling up on the workbench and the lockers there as well, just to kind of create different sections, different spaces, almost kind of a room vibe to it, even though it's a single open space, which is really, really cool. A little gym space in the corner there. Yeah, nice use of what is relatively limited space, but a good prefab, that one. There's lots you can do with it, so very much like it. And as I say, it looks really, really cool in this corner of the mire as well. Just head back out of the bridge. And again, we have, just up in the top there, a very, very nice sort of ramshackle structure that is going around one of the two, I think, extractors here. I think I just spotted another one in the corner there, though I may be mistaking something else there. But I really like this one. They've got the foundations clipped through the bottom of the extractor quite nicely, and they've used the space to build a very, very ramshackle building. Got a few roofs on there, jailhouse walls combined with some junk fences as well, which make for a really rough and ready sort of structure sheltering this. Got a spot for Commander DeGuerre to hang out, and the generator as well. Really nice little building this, really organic, looks very, very cool. Really good use of the space as well, there's a lot of stuff crammed in here. And yet you can still move around, even when walking, which is often a challenge, so very, very nicely done with this. Commander DeGuerre approves, but apparently she's having a little moment there. We will close up and get another look at the sort of mixing up of the different textures here. That looks very, very cool as well. We've even got a few of the window boards on the back of these junk fences as well, just again to break up those textures. It looks very, very cool. I like that a lot. Very organic looking structure and a very nice camp that blends into the environment. So, camp number 3. So this one is over near Point Pleasant this time, and we've certainly captured the vibe of the Night of the Moth events going on at the moment, which is very, very cool. Got a little purple sky on there that looks absolutely fantastic. Really does change the atmosphere at this side of the map. Taking advantage of the extractor down there, and we've got a nice kind of Halloween set build here that's sort of been adapted to suit the current event, but it looks very, very cool. Questionably named doggo there. Do like the use of the rail fences there outside. It encloses things nicely and it fits in with the rest of the decorations as well. It looks very cool. Swing around the corner here. Got a nice little farming area. Got a few plants, a few bits of corn and stuff here. I really like that stack of stones and the decoration there. It's a nice little set piece in the corner. Heading on inside, we've got a little nod to the event there as well. The new Fallout First rug on the floor down there, which is quite nice. It's cleaner than the other Grognak rug that we have available. It's supposed to be Grognak themed. Doesn't have the blood stains. So good for a kind of clean house. Decent rug though. It's very, very good. If you get the chance, well worth picking up. Nice use of the understair space there as well. It's good to see stuff squeezed in there because it can often end up dead space, so nice to see that. We head on into a kitchen. We've got a couple of appliances down the end there. Sink and one of the kitchen tables as well. Decoration in a few areas is busier than in others, but I'm guessing this is pretty close to the budget limit given the size of the place. Really nice living room in here. Christmas tree and nicely decorated sideboard and stuff here as well. Looks very good, very cozy. Enjoying the red wallpaper and stuff, really warming this place up quite nicely as well. Mixed bit of materials going on out here again, combining various packs from the Atomic Shop to create a nice little, I suppose, courtyard kind of side garden vibe with a little bit of crafting area in here, a few bits of decoration as well. Tucked out the way so they don't spoil the rest of the style of the house, but providing you with all the resources you need, which is cool. Asylum light hanging down there, which is actually working quite well in here. A lot of those ceiling lights can be overbearing, and that one seems to be a little bit more manageable, which is cool. We'll head out the back to a little back balcony out here. Not quite so much going on here. We head down the steps. We've got a little bit of a kind of garden out here with an outhouse and a Mothman shrine as well, which is very, very nice. Putting together an outhouse is quite a cool way of approaching a bathroom, actually. Something a little different. I do like that. We've got a couple of shelters in here that are struggling with the usual issue, so we're not going to go down there for now. Plus, it would seriously add to the length of the video. But that issue, of course, being that the size of the shelter and the size of the budget don't quite align very well. There's definitely some issues there. So it would be nice to have at least another 25% on all of our budgets, really. It would match up to the size of the building area we have a little better. But what can we do? We're going to swing back around and we'll have a look upstairs because that's looking very, very cool as well. Very nice homely vibe from this particular camp. I like it a lot. A lot of mixed up textures and choices and splashes of colour here and there as well. Really add the variety of the build. A little gate at the top of the stairs. Not quite sure why, but it definitely adds style and uniqueness to it, so it's always cool. Little bedroom here at the back over the living room. A few little bits and pieces of decoration in here. New Grognak wallpaper as well. Again, adding another splash of colour. Got some external walls there used as sort of accent walls, which works quite well if you don't want to double them up and put wallpaper on both sides. Another nice kind of lounge dining area there. And a second bedroom tucked up here in the corner as well. Looking very pink. And no door on that one, which is interesting. Nice little balcony up top. Good use of my old favourite, the oil lamps there. And yet more rocks as a centrepiece. And we will swing back around and downstairs. So yeah, I like this one. It's used the outside surfaces of walls on the inside of the building just to sort of create accent walls. So it's nicely done there. It's a nice, welcoming, homely build. An interesting shape as well to this structure as well. Lots of unexpected corners and angles and things like that make it much, much more interesting to have a wander around and explore, which is always good to see. So yeah, backing out of it again, you get the atmosphere of the Mothman event really adding to the spooky style of the camp. And last but not least, camp number 4. We are over at one of the most popular spots in the Savage Divide here, this lake that's smack bang in the middle, not far from top of the world. And this is a really interesting build. Using the different elevations here quite nicely and kind of concealing the fact that the ground changes heights with the building. We've got lots and lots of decoration, lots and lots of things going on here. Nice kind of bar area here, working really well. Looks like Commander Deguare might be hanging out behind the bar there. I do like this little internal planting area there as well. It just works quite nicely. I head on into a red rocket tucked on the back. That's kind of almost not obviously a red rocket until you stop and think about it. Blends in quite well. Used as a crafting space. Entrance through the, what would appear to be a slightly floating power armor station there. And the transition is quite nice between those two, which is nicely done. So we'll duck down through the balloon arch and have a look at the main structure. This one's a really nice example of how the Halloween set can kind of make up for limited budget in some ways, because with the vines and everything on it, it looks like there's more going on than there perhaps is sometimes. So you can kind of conserve a little budget there nicely, which is cool. So take a duck inside this main building and up to the top here where we have a glass dome on the roof. It'd be a bit fiddly to get these in sometimes, so nice job done there. Especially managed to get the angle right. A nice space to hang out in here. It looks really nice in the evening light here as well. Very, very cool. Little hot tub space. We will duck down the stairs and take a swing around the outside of this. Because we have a really, really nice sort of... I suppose this is mostly a player vending area, this structure. It's dominated by it. It creates a really, really cool use of the space. Loads of nice bits of decoration, coffin and pumpkins and stuff. We tuck around the back edge here. Let's see what I mean here. We've got the trees incorporated in as well, which looks very cool. I like seeing things like that, use the environment. And the little vines and stuff growing up the haunted build set definitely add to the atmosphere. And they blend in with the colour of the trees and stuff in the Savage Divide really well as well, which is always good. We have our nice sparkly little vending area here. Tucking the vending machines behind the windows, which I haven't seen people doing in quite a while actually, but always cool when it's done well, which it certainly has been. This one we've got a couple of very complete shelters in, so jump in and take a little look around. And there we go. The lobby first up. Still got that vault vibe, but they're kind of embracing it in what is kind of a mad Alice in Wonderland kind of vibe in here, I get. A little kind of bar or area down here, I guess. Maybe a diner, something like that, but the pool table makes me think bar. And then you've got random bits and pieces like the balloons and the super mutant in a tube and stuff, just to add a little bit of the wacky in there, which kind of works. It's cool. Swing up top. Loads of stuff on display. Deathclaw topiary. And cool things about this place, you can really see just how high the ceilings are in this particular space when you see the Raider tree in there. You kind of don't realise when you're outside just how big that thing is, but once you get inside, it shows. We will duck through our balloon arch into this back area. And the combination of the hospital beds and the wheelchairs and the clowns in cages just makes me think this place is probably meant to be an asylum. Certainly get asylum vibes from it. The clowns might have a lot to do with that. Definitely not a place you want to be locked in. But I kind of get the vibe that this is where the patients are being confined for their own safety, and out front is the kind of crazy world that is their perception, which is... I've no idea if that's what the player was going for, but either way, it's a cool result. It's sort of exploring the mind of the crazy people in the asylum at the back. Yeah, it definitely creates a very, very eclectic, weird kind of vibe out here that's fun. It's a very different tone, and I like that a lot. These spaces can be hard to make them work and make them into something that doesn't look utterly bizarre. So leaning right into the utterly bizarre effect, given that obviously it's a vault with all manner of weirdness in it, really embraces that, and it works really well. So let's head on over to the exit. We'll step back out to the camp and take a look around the other shelter in just a second. Lots of bits and pieces of confetti and stuff on the floor, which really adds to the atmosphere here. But into the utility room, and we start off with a kind of bar stroke diner vibe straight in the entrance here. It's a good use of this space. It can be kind of hard to figure out what to do with it sometimes. Obviously the main space at the back here is what pulls the eye, so remembering to decorate this front area up in a way that works well is often overlooked. So nice job done there. A couple of bathrooms tucked behind the doors here on the sides. A kind of cozy bar type vibe down here as well. The dim lighting in here always allows for a much warmer, cozier vibe in this particular shelter, and it also gives you the option to do a lot more with it if you really want. You can decide how much light you have and where you have it, which is always cool. Swinging on through, we've got the Brotherhood Round Table, using the name loosely. A few more vendors, which is cool. A nice little cozy place to hang out and chill. Or have a drink, given the steins on the table. Not very Brotherhood, but you know. Hey, I suppose Brotherhood going to party sometimes. Yeah, a really cool little shelter with a very cozy vibe to it. I do like this one. We definitely need stuff we can place on top of pool tables though, so we have like a racked up set of pool balls and some pool cues, stuff like that, so we can complete the piece. But who knows? Eventually, maybe one day we'll get an improved set of tabletop decorations. Thanksgiving stuff seemed like a step in that direction, but who knows? We'll keep our fingers crossed for the future. We head on back out and swing around as the evening is drawing in. Nice little bit on the waterfront here as well, using the foundations there just to path it off. Nice little bits of decoration out here, access to the collector on there. Really, really nice evening vibe on the front of this place. It looks very, very cool. The lights just, that nice warming glow, the combination of the cage lights and the oil lanterns as well there. So, there we go. 4 very, very cool player cabs to have a look around and round out through the keyhole for probably 2021. So we'll jump back with, I think, a player submissions, community submissions episode in the early part of the new year. So do watch out for that one. But for now, thank you very much for watching. Do hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do consider dropping subs and likes. I do very, very much appreciate it. Social media links, merch store, and channel memberships all available down below the video as well if you're interested in supporting the channel in that way. And if you get a chance to join us for live streams as well, we are of course playing Fallout 76, enjoying the Night of the Moth, and playing on with The Witcher as well. So, if you can, do join us, and I look forward to seeing you there. But for now, thank you very much for watching. I look forward to speaking to you all very, very soon.